Okay, so thank you. Okay, thanks everyone. And hello everyone. I hope that you are doing well today. Welcome and thanks to join us very much in today's webinar. My name is Giorgia Rossi and I am the International Sales Manager of Gexcel, a company who is in the global market of 3D technology solutions since more than 10 years. And here with me today, there is Sara Treccani.
Hi, everyone.
Sara is our marketing manager. And today we are very excited to present the new HERON MS Twin portable mobile mapping system. Okay, so before starting, just a few information about how you can join us and interact with us. First of all, we apologize in advance in case there would be a little bit of delay between the explanation and what the video is passing to you, because the network is a little bit overload. You can interact with us. So if you have some questions, please submit them in the chat box. Be also kind to confirm that you can hear us well and that you can also see our monitor well, please. That would be, your confirmation would be really appreciated. The webinar will be recorded for your reference. So don't worry if you are scared to lose something. You will receive at the end of the presentation a video. We will try to leave also some times for Q&A questions. In case we might not be able to reply to all your questions, please don't worry, because we will follow up afterwards. Okay, so let's quickly go through today's agenda. We will try to explain something about HERON. So what is the HERON MS Twin? Then we will try to have a direct experience in a live demo, underlining the system benefits, and then leaving some times for Q&A. So, HERON MS Twin, easy to use, versatile, and precise. This is what we were thinking about when we started developing our HERON MS new Twin system. Easy to use, because everyone likes doing things easier. And if something it is easy to do, it's also faster to do. And so time is precious.
Yes, I do agree with you, Georgia, but I think also the versatility makes it easy to use the HERON Twin system.
Yes, Sarah, for sure. HERON is easy to use and install. In fact, quickly and accurately, in a matter of minutes, the user can create the 3D point cloud of the area. Data is collected continuously while walking the survey area, with neither time-consuming calibration or initialization procedures, nor hard setup required. Adaptable to any kind of environment, inside or outside, in daylight and darkness, you can access to those sites which are normally off limits. HERON can be also mounted on vehicle, trolley, in order to, in a certain way, automate the entire on-site survey process. The dual sensor enrich the data acquisition, especially in complex sites. The greater field of view improves the acquisition of narrow place, sensibly increasing the geometry's information, and the resulting point cloud is so very dense and supports also different kind of layers. So let's see how HERON Twin is provided. HERON is enriched by a unique real-time SLAM algorithm, is composed by a wearable rugged backpack and a capture head that integrates 2 lidars with an RGB camera for a 360 degrees image capture. The capture head is very compact and robust structures, while all the sensors are inbuilt and synchronize each other. The capture head is mounted on a fiber pole whose length can be customized. The battery works for around 2.5 hours, and it is stored in the backpack that is connected to the rugged external control unit for a live feedback and visualization. The software, HERON Desktop and Reconstructor, that are embedded in HERON solution are USB based and stored in a little and smart rugged pocket. A set of cables and support accessories then complete the system.
Yes, Georgia, wait a while because I'm looking at the PC that some notifications are coming up.
Okay, sure. Don't worry. If there are some live questions, please, we can try to reply to everything. Okay, so let's move on. Compact and easy transportable. You can keep HERON and held or comfortably wear it. The internal smart organization of the backpack enables to organize everything inside your own backpack. So you have the position of the capture head that is stored inside the backpack. Then a place for the carbon fiber pole, the place for the power bank, and you can easily store 2 battery inside. And then you have a very clever pocket organizer in which you can put different kind of things like your control unit, pencil, or whatever you desires.
Georgia, we got some curious here. What is the HERON weight?
Yes, this is a very proper question. I would reply that HERON is lighter than my backpack, that my computer PC backpack, that you know is normally very heavy, and every time it creates trouble at the airport check-in. Okay, kidding aside, HERON MS is around 8.7 kilos. Without the control unit. As you have seen in the accessory in the slide before, we provide a shoulder harness so that you don't have to keep anything in your hand, so you can totally work with hand-free. Okay, coming back to the internal organization of the backpack, there's the place also for the software keys, so everything is inside. And let me see just here. Okay, there's a movie that we would like to show you in order to make you understand how HERON is easy to transport and compact. It is very easy to mount and dismount, and I think that this is one of the main strategic things, especially on site. And as you see, a single operator can do everything by himself. And what I like is that I do not have many stuff to set up and transport. Oh, sorry. Okay, so the all-in-one solution. Why HERON is an all-in-one solution? As we have mentioned before, HERON includes 2 software, HERON Desktop to process and optimize the HERON data, and then Reconstructor, that is the post-processing software that provides dedicated workflow to analyze and manage your 3D data. So getting your final results have never been so fast and easy. And in few clicks, you can extract cross-sections, contours, compute volumes, compare models, create movie, and then you can share the results via through several platforms.
Hey, Georgia, before entering in the result details, let's try to show HERON What do you think?
Yes, of course, I think that we can do. We hope that everything.
Yeah, because people
we have some demo.
yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think that we are here for this. So I remain here, and I tried to. Sorry, Sarah, where's the
Commander.
Yeah, the commander. Sorry, guys, just a few seconds because as you see, okay.
Press 2.
Thank you. Let me change. Okay, so now we are looking at Sarah, who is wearing our new HERON MS Twin, and the idea is to give you a sort of really a real-time experience of HERON. So even we are not able to be closer to you on site, guys, we are trying to make you experience HERON. So now, let me see, because I have also tried to follow you. Okay, now Sarah is connecting the control unit, okay, to the HERON MS Twin. And let me do one thing, please, because we want to share, sorry, to switch directly. Wait a while, please. Okay, so guys, now you should visualize the control unit. So you have two kind of visualization now. You have Sarah in real time, who is wearing HERON, and on the big screen you are looking at the live control unit. So when you start a new survey, this is what you see, guys. And you can press, in order to start your acquisition, you can press server in order to start the connection, then camera capture, also to start, it's a sort of very fast warming up. Then you have two possibilities of working. You can run the survey, and so start a new survey. Okay, now we are starting a new one. The system asks you if you want to save the data. Okay, we can say yes. And in the folder, of course, you can change the name of the folder. You can, sorry, the system is storing the raw data. So what you are visualizing now is in real time the survey of the room where we are. Let me see now if I can follow Sarah. Okay, I am trying to follow. Okay. Yes. Moment. Okay. Yes, 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 you can move. Okay, so you see that while Sarah is moving, HERON in real time creates the 3D of your space, and the green snake is the trajectory that the system is creating, okay? And while you are walking, HERON is creating the point cloud. It is also possible, of course, to take some tag. What are the tag? Let me explain a little bit. Sarah, sorry, can you go back on the, yes, exactly, thanks. No problem. The tag for us can be different kind of things. First of all, you can, for example, take an annotation. If, for example, you are taking a high resolution picture, or for example, you have a sensible object that you want to store, you can make the annotation. So you can type the name of what you are annotating, or you can, for example, save also, for example, some target, or because, of course, the system can use target. And so while you are doing your survey, you can also save their position. And what Sarah now is showing you is also the possibility to visualize in streaming the camera. This is the full resolution. Sarah, can you try to move, please, a little bit? Okay, you see that also the camera is moving. Sarah is moving, but also the camera is moving. And now, okay, she went back. Okay, so the camera is synchronized with the sensors, and so while you are walking, you can walking both in the point cloud and also in the streaming of the image. The sensors are already synchronized, and so the user, we will see that later on, has not to do anything to place the picture onto the point cloud. Okay, now we can press stop. All the data are stored. We can go back to our presentation. Let me just change. Okay. Okay, so you need a help?
It's really light, so I can do everything by myself.
I can switch again on you so that also people can see that really you are doing everything by yourself. Just to tell you how it's compact and easy, I mean, to use, to transport and so on. In the meanwhile, I switch back to the presentation. Okay, I also switch back the camera to us. Okay, thanks, Sarah.
You're welcome.
And I go back to the presentation here, guys. Okay, so now we can go on with our presentation here. Okay, so I really hope that you like, guys, this real-time demo. But what does happen after the on-site acquisition? What's next? The data is elaborated in HERON Desktop that has the capability to control and optimize HERON trajectory. It also, I think, has a tool that makes surveyors crazy. And I just talked this morning to a guy who visited our room, and he said, wow, that's fantastic. In HERON Desktop, you can use already georeference scans, any kind of scans, as constraint. So you can import these already georeference scans inside the SLAM algorithm process and use these scans as constraint, as fixed nodes on which you can mount, register, and so also adjust the HERON trajectory. And this is really, I think, something fantastic. Then, once the data is ready, you can start in Reconstructor, you can start extracting some output, like, for example, create the complete 3D models, merge your HERON data with other 3D data. You can create meshes, extract profiles, contours, sections, compute volume, area, and cut and fill. So let me now open, let me see if it works. Yes, it takes a while to transfer. So what we are looking now is a final result that we can achieve with HERON. This is the Reconstructor interface, and this data has been captured in 25 minutes by a single operator. And in order to get the result, it took around 2 hours of elaboration. As we have seen with Sarah, the user can work hands-free. In Reconstructor, we have different kind of setting that you can set, different kind of light setting in order to visualize the data in different kind of way. This visualization, in my opinion, is really fantastic and useful because it reveals some details, underlining, for example, the edges. And there are also some different layers that we can create in Reconstructor, for example, this 3D reflectance layer. So we have the capability, we can say, to merge different kind of layers, as you are looking here. So we can mix different kind of channels in order to reach a visualization like this. And in order to visualize the entire 3D project, we can access to this blueprint navigator, in which you have in the lower part, you can visualize the 2D maps of your site. The big snake is the trajectory, and you can jump from one high resolution picture, that is this blue dot, from one high resolution pictures to the other. And you see that it is totally overlay onto the point cloud. So you can navigate on the panorama picture, or you can also navigate onto the point cloud that is in the background, as we are doing here, you see, so point cloud and picture. Of course, now we have detached this. Of course, you can visualize the 3D project, but you can also visualize the resulting 2D maps. So the resulting 2D maps is accessible with this orthophoto viewer directly inside Reconstructor, and it's an easy way to take measurement, linear, align, angular, or also calculate area. There is a tool of setting in order to change, for example, the text, dimensions, or something like that. And what I like is that you can export this data directly to AutoCAD. So, and you can move to AutoCAD the orthophoto, but also the measurement that you are taking here. And when you move this kind of data to AutoCAD, you don't have to then import the data in AutoCAD as raster, scaling, and positioning, because you can move your scaled and already georeferenced 2D map inside your AutoCAD. The other important thing is that this map contains also the depth information. And so if you want also to investigate some, altitude, you can do that. Of course, this is not all, because the blueprint that this orthophoto viewer, that we have just seen in Reconstructor can be also used to share your final data. Let me do one thing. Okay, so this blueprint, as I mentioned before, provides a scalable and already geoposition data. And what I like is that this can be used really as final deliverables. It's a deliverable that you can share with your colleague, but especially with your final user, who can be a person who is not an expert in 3D survey, in 3D data. And I am thinking, for example, about one of our customers who is a company who provide cleaning service, and so definitely not a surveyor, not an expert in 3D data, 3D survey. And the goal of this company was quickly to measure the space and calculate the area of the room in order to organize and plan the cleaning job, not only from the logistic point of view, but also from the economic point of view, because in a very quickly and easy way, they had to estimate the area to be clean in order to make the calculation and the estimation of the time, and also on how much does this work cost. Yes. And this blueprint, it is really what they have used. And the Go Blueprint Viewer is also a standalone software, as I am using it now on my PC. So it's a standalone software that you can install on your PC, but also on a Microsoft tablet. And so you can go on site and take, for example, this measurement that I am taking here with you directly on site. So you can investigate your 2D data directly on site, and so everywhere. And please note, I think that is important, this tool is totally free. So you have the chance to share with your final user your deliverables, your 2D maps, vertical section, horizontal, as you desire, it totally in a free way.
Yes, I think, Giorgia, that's one of the main points and the main strength of HERON final deliverables?
Of course, yes. This is one of the main strengths, because what we have tried to take care is to create something that would be easy to do in terms of process and easy to use, but also something that make the deliverable easy to be shared, not only to the user, that could be architects, surveyors, topographer, but especially to people who are really the one, for example, who live in the place, who work in the place, who has not any kind of knowledge or a very low knowledge of the 3D data. And let me close this and go back because to our presentation. Okay. So this is sorry. Okay, so this is just the first level of data output that you could reach, and so I think that in a certain way you could be guys already satisfied about what you can achieve. But that's not all, because you are free to move to 3D party software to share your 3D data, to get, for example, the progress monitoring of your site, to enter in the CAD environment, and to do any kind of further analysis. So let me, for example, we can see together how we can easily share a project inside using the Faro web share, for example, that many of you is using. So this is the, I think that you know pretty well, this interface. And for example, we can access directly to the 3D project. Okay, this is HERON data of a school that has been surveyed in order to organize all the, you know, COVID not COVID activity, but how the people can enter and moving inside the school. Okay, so we can navigate inside the 3D point cloud, but also, for example, inside the pictures. So, okay, this is, for example, the picture of the gymnastic area. So here you can navigate in the point cloud, you can move from one, for example, picture to the others. You can take some measurement as you like. So this is a very, I mean, clever way to share your 3D data with persons who are not on site, not in your region, not in your country, okay? So it's a very easy way to share the completeness of your data, point cloud and also images.
Sorry, Georgia. Here, someone asked, how can we benefit? How can be the benefit of this platform?
You mean on this web share, for example? Well, the benefit is that the web share is an easy way in which you can share your 3D project. So when you have done all your job, you can upload the data in the Faro web share, for example, and you can share the point cloud, you can share the picture, and it's something that you can use. You can really concretely use this kind of data, because as you see, I am taking some measure, I am navigating inside the models. I can go back, for example, to the 3D. So you can really share the completeness of your data.
Okay.
Okay, let's jump back to the presentation. Okay. Another platform that many of our users are using to stream the data and also to make further data analysis is the Orbit GT. Both the Orbit software in order to extract features, create a GIS, and also to stream the data inside the 3D mapping cloud. I mentioned before how this data can be also used inside the CAD platform. And what I'd like to underline is the direct exportation for recap. So you can move directly to recap your point cloud and your picture. So this is the recap interface. You guys know it pretty well, so more than me. And you can jump from one picture to the other. You can navigate in the point cloud. You can navigate in the panorama pictures. So you can benefit of this 3D visualization inside your Autodesk own environment. Jumping from one pictures to the other, of course, helps you to better understand what you are surveying, especially in terms of details, thanks to the high resolution pictures. Of course, all this data are measurable, so you can take some distances, measures, of course, because you have the point cloud, okay, together. And so you can enter automatically in your Autodesk environment. The nice thing is that you do not need any kind of additional plugin to do that, because from Reconstructor you can export directly for recap. So you don't need to invest money to do that, okay, because everything is already inside the software that is provided with HERON. We mentioned about the progress monitoring. That is one of the things that I think the monitoring of the building construction is something, it is always a warm and sensible topic, especially when the site's accessibility is limited, or when, for example, the contractor is in the other part of the region, and so he's not on site, but at the meantime, he wants to control and check what is going on. So HERON is perfect to control and verify the progress of the job. This is the case, for example, of some tall structures in Milan, where both TLS and HERON technologies have been used. And the thing that we would like to underline is that for this kind of job, so checking the construction site progress monitoring, the accuracy is not so relevant. It means you don't need a millimetric accuracy. And so using a TLS could be time consuming, because in order to cover a building like this, you have to do many stations, and it could be also too expensive. So thanks to its speedy, HERON permits to get very quickly the complete 3D of the site. And you can, of course, check the progress monitoring based also on the BIM model. The agency who project the building provide the BIM, and we made the scans at the 3 floors, 25, 26, and 27. And we have merged together, registered, aligned together the point cloud onto the beams. And then the comparison between the BIM model and the point cloud has been carried on in Verity. Verity is an extraordinary software by ClearEdge. It is an Autodesk Navisworks plugin that enables to analyze constructed elements, including footers, structural elements, map, concrete, walls, and elements in the design models are checked to define the installation status or the accuracy, and the out of tolerance work can be, of course, highlighted, and it can be also, of course, provided in terms of information to the project manager. And of course, the project manager can have all this kind of analysis in a sort of PDF or HTML output. The point cloud, of course, as a resulting of this analysis, of this comparison, can be also colored, underlining the differences revealed between the as-built, so the point cloud, and the BIM model. Let me quickly pass inside the HERON families in order to give you really complete overview. HERON family has been enriched by the MS Twin that we present today. But of course, we have updated also the light series that some of you already know and already use. As smarter geometries, new set of accessory, for example, like the one that you see in the HERON light to protect the laser head, to help you in catching some control point on the ceiling. So we have improved also the light series. Industries, well, I don't want to bother your time to make a sort of list of industries in which you can use HERON, but as you have seen, you can use HERON in a different kind of industry: indoor, outdoor, underground mining, tunneling, stockpile, building, cultural heritage, archaeological site, museum, engineering, construction, forensic application. So really a lot. You have a lot of application. And before leaving, oh, sorry. That's, yes. I'd like to, let me see if I can share my reconstructor. Yes, okay. Before leaving for a Q&A session, I'd like to show you a fantastic project that I really hope it will enjoy you as it has enjoyed us, okay? I'd like first of all to thanks Faro to have provided this data. This is the Santa Monica Piers. And let me change, please, the light setting here. Okay, and let me see also if I can increase the visualize point. Yes, okay, so perhaps it's a little bit slow what is passing, okay, to you, but this is the Santa Monica Piers that is composed by 2 levels in which you have the underground level here of the piers. You see the lower part in which you have all the pillars in this lower part that you can really visualize here. And then in the upper part, you have the upper level in which you have the funny park and all the different kind of stuff. This data set, just to give you an idea, the straight part here from this part of the piers to this part is around 600 meters. And let me show you if we can access to the blueprint navigator so that I can show you the 2D map. So the length is 600 meters of all this part. The acquisition has taken 50 minutes, and the elaboration times, it takes around 4 hours, more or less, in order to get this final point cloud result. Let me zoom in a little bit on the details so you can really see the different part of the funny park, all the structures here. And this is the same blueprint that we can deliver. You see all the structures here. And I'd like also to reach the final part of the piers.
I think, Georgia, that the resolution is really impressive in this particular success case.
Yeah, in this particular success case, yes, the resolution is pretty impressive. Really, the dual sensor enrich the data acquisition, getting a very high density point cloud in which you can define stairs, for example, also the place to sit down and everything.
And to obtain this 2D map, the process is completely automatic, right?
Yes, it's definitely automatic because HERON, of course, at the end of the process, HERON provides automatically this global 2D view in which, of course, you can have different level overlap because this is the complete 2D map of your surveyed site. In Reconstructor, then you can personalize this kind of output. So as we have seen before, for the vertical section, you can create vertical section. You can create also this kind of map at a certain altitude. You can personalize, of course, everything. I was just looking here at the seaside where you have all the trays, you see? So how, just to underline the details again of this 2D data. Okay, so let me close this.
I think that we can pass to the final Q&A section.
Yes, I just switch. Okay.
People here are asking a lot of things. So
okay, I hope to be able. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay.
The first question is about, just one moment. Okay. I have already my post-processing software. How can I work with HERON?
If you already are using a post-processing software, you must use Reconstructor. No, I'm joking. No. As we have seen, what we provide is a final open format exportation. So we have seen how to go to Recap, how to go to Verity, and so on. If you have your own post-processing software and you want to use it, it's not a problem because you can export in a different kind of format, open format like E57 from Reconstructor, keeping also the panorama pictures. So what you export and what you transfer is not only the point cloud, but also the pictures. So in this way, you can go almost everywhere.
Next one is about the camera, so you mentioned the point.
Yeah.
Okay. How does the camera works? In continuous acquisition or single shot?
It works in both way. What we have experienced before in the real-time demo is the continuous acquisition of the camera. So the camera acquires the data in full HD in continuous, and you can, while you are moving, as you, Sarah, has done before, you can visualize the streaming, the stream pictures. Then, if you would like to acquire some sensible area, for example, with a higher resolution, the system also, HERON permits to acquire the panorama camera in 5K. Okay. For single shot. And what we have seen before is that you can jump from one pictures to the other, and so you can navigate both on the 5K and also on the full HD in continuous.
Great. Here a hot topic: how to georeference the data.
Okay, how to georeference the data? We have different way to georeference the data. We can use a ground control point or target or external control point. If you remember, guys, when Sarah was showing you in real time HERON, she also mentioned about the tag. And we said quickly that tag for us are different kind of things, and they can do also target. So while you are moving, you can add some target position. That could be ground control point or target and so on. For the ground control point, we have a specific procedures to acquire, and if you would like to know more, you are invited to visit also our website, in which you can find some videos that shows how does it works. And the fantastic thing that I mentioned before is that you can use scans already georeference. So if you want to georeference your HERON data and you have the chance to use some already georeference scan, you can use these scans to do mainly two things in one shot: georeference the data, but also adjust the HERON trajectory, the HERON data.
Perfect. Here someone asked, how can I merge my TLS data with the HERON one?
Okay, in Reconstructor, that is provided with HERON, you can import different kind of data. You can import both point cloud and also mesh models or beam models. We support also the IFC. If your need is to register your scans with HERON, no problem, because the reconstructors support most of the common raw format. So you can import all your data inside Reconstructor, and then we have different kind of tools to make data registration, like targetless, automatic targetless registration tools or semi-automatic. So you can align all your data together in Reconstructor.
Okay. This is an interesting one. During this COVID pandemic, it is possible to have a system demo.
A demo of the system.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. It is possible to have a demo because even it's not possible to travel everywhere, unfortunately. We can organize a B2B web demo. So if you are interested in, you can contact us and we can organize together this B2B demo also together with one of our technical managers. So if you want also to go deeper inside how the post-processing works, or you have some kind of deeper question, you can do that, of course.
It's like a B2B meeting.
It's a B2B meeting. Yeah, it's a B2B meeting,
okay.
Of course.
Delivery time?
Delivery time is around 4 weeks. We have already delivered some units, and it's between 4, maximum 5 weeks. So we take care pretty much about the delivery time.
For both the system, the Light Series and the MS Twin?
Yeah, for both the system, for Light Series and also for the MS Twin. We take care pretty much about the delivery time, yes.
Good.
Of course, it depends on how many units you order. If you want, you can
the next question.
Order many.
Yeah.
What question?
The question is, if I order more than 1 unit at the same time, do you have an offer policy?
Yes, you can contact us, of course, and we can evaluate this commercial proposal and also delivery time, because I mean, huge numbers also must be considered. So yes, of course, please contact us, of course.
Perfect.
Also, okay, so you have our contact here.
I think that we have one more question, and
yes,
then we can stop also. Okay. How can I become an HERON distributor?
A HERON distributor, yes. Please contact us. We work on a huge reselling network. So please contact us. We can evaluate for distribution for free zone. Absolutely. Here, this is my direct email. So if you want to get in contact and have more details also on this possibility of distribution, please contact me, and we will. I will be more than pleased to follow up.
Perfect. Yeah. Don't know if you have other questions. Don't be shy.
Yeah, exactly.
You can write directly, and we try to answer all your questions, so don't worry. Just a few minutes, and I think that we can.
Yeah. We will be online for a few minutes. So if you have some other question, curiosity that you would like to pass to us, no problem. We are here at your full disposal.
Okay. Just remember that you can follow us on our online platform. So feel free to join our social network. You find all the contact under Gexcel. So don't worry, it's really easy. And here we generally share all the product updates and news. So feel free to follow us.
Exactly, follow us, and also if you want to visit later on our room at the digital interview, or also tomorrow, please do not hesitate. Just for your info, if you would like to know more about Reconstructor, in 1 hour, more or less, we will have a new webinar session when during we will present a success case done by we will host one of our customers.
Yes.
Yeah, who will describe this project. And tomorrow, if you would like to know more about our open pit monitoring solution, you can join our webinar, but you will find everything on our digital interview booth and our page as well. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate. We hope that this real-time demo has been a good experience and a good chance to understand a little bit more what is HERON.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for your attention. We hope that you will have a nice day and also a good interview, digital interview exhibition. So thanks again.
See you next time.
And see you soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.